everyone, I hope you're all well. Today is Friday the 28th of April. It's 7:30 in the morning and I'm just about to prepare a slow cooker chilli. So I thought I would chat to you while I was doing it. First of all, I'm going to chop up an onion. So yeah, how have you all? We are going out later, and the reason I am making the chilli is because we'll be back probably about tea time. We'll be hungry and we'll be tempted to stop for a takeaway, which we can't really afford and isn't good for you. So I thought if I make a slow cooker chilli, we won't be tempted. Sorry about the light in here. Yeah, we won't be tempted. Well, we'll be tempted to go for a takeaway, but we won't do it because we know dinner's waiting for us when we come in. So I will explain in a wee minute where we're going, but I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody for the response to the video that I put up yesterday talking about my mental health and things like that. I've not looked properly at the comments or replied to any of them yet, but I've had a quick glance and you're all so supportive. A few of you reached out to me through email and Instagram as well, and I really, really appreciate it. I just want to let you know that I'm okay. I'm definitely okay. I saw the warning signs. Oh, the onion stuck to my finger. I saw the warning signs in time, and I feel much better even for just talking to you about it yesterday. And knowing that now I'm going to be making my videos when I want to, because I want to, and not because I have to. And yeah, I feel so much lighter and my head's definitely in a much better place. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Brooke will be going to school very shortly. I also mentioned yesterday that Brooke was having a hard time at school again because they had suddenly stopped her from leaving class 5 minutes early. But not long after I finished recording the video, our guidance teacher phoned me and said, look, it's okay. Basically what was happening was, because there was only half of the school in, I'm going to chop a pepper now, because there was only half of the school in because it's exam leave, they wanted to challenge the people who leave class early because, you know, for reasons of anxiety and things, to see whether they were able to do it while the school was quiet. She said it wasn't a demand that, you know, nobody's getting out early. It was just a way of trying to challenge them to stretch themselves and see whether they were able to do it while the school was quieter. But when I explained to her about Brooke having a meltdown, because it was such a sudden change to her routine, and people with autism can't handle changes to their routine like that. She was like, yeah, not a problem. I'll talk to Brooke and let her know she can get out early again. So Brooke is happier with that. She was at her horse riding yesterday. I mentioned last week that she's only getting to go once a week just now because one of the horses is lame. And it turns out it's Ollie, one of her favourite ones that she rides. But she was on Millie yesterday and she enjoyed that and she got to untack her. So she was quite happy. What else has been happening? Not an awful lot since yesterday. It is a miserable, miserable day. After the vlog the other day of us being out on the terrace in the sunshine, it's like it's went back to winter again. We've been getting up to frost and it's been raining and miserable the last couple of days. The weather just doesn't know what it wants to do. Again, sorry about the light. I look like I've got a halo, like I'm about to go up to heaven or something. Talking about that, did any of you watch the Darren Brown show that was on the other night on Channel 4, I think it was, called Showman? It was really good. And it was just when I did that, he talks about a goldfish of his that had died and he expected it to sprout wings and go up to heaven. And that's just what it made me think of there. Anyway, so back to today. What we are doing today is we're going to pick Granny Annie up in Falkirk because there was a very serendipitous moment. I think that's the right word. Serendipity is when like everything falls into place together, isn't it? Or when you're in the right place at the right time. Anyway, I just remember the film. So Jack had seen a post on one of the Canny Crossers page to say that she was selling her dog crate for in the car. And someone had put on the post, is it still available? And she said, no, somebody in Cumbria's wanting it, but we're just trying to figure out how to get it to them. So Jack got in touch with her and said, look, we're going to Cumbria on Saturday, which we are, and I'll talk about that separately. I will be vlogging that. So we can take it down for you. I know Cumbria's a big place, but if the person wants to meet us somewhere, then we're more than happy to take it to them. And she went, that would be brilliant. So Jack told her where we're going, and she got back to us and said, the guy only lives a few miles away from there. What are the chances? And then she said, the only problem now is, I'm just going to add the kidney beans, the only problem now is how do we get the dog crate to you? And Jack says, well, where do you live? And she said the place, and it's just outside Falkirk. And Jack was like, well, we can go and pick Fiona's mum up from her dancing class in Falkirk on Friday and pick it up at the same time. And she was like, no way! So it's just everything has fallen into place at the right time. Jack saw the post at the right time, just as we were about to go down to Cumbria. So yeah, it's very serendipitous and quite nice actually, because someone's getting something good out of it. So yeah, that's what we are doing. We'll be leaving, we've got a few places to go to on the way. We're going to go to Costco because Jack needs fuel. Here's Willa coming because I just opened the mince. You're not getting any, or you might, we'll see. It's pork and beef mince that we're using because it was in the 2 for £8 at Asda. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, we're going to go to Costco for fuel because it's cheapest there and it's on the way anyway. We're also going to go to Asda so that we can get road trip snacks for tomorrow. For going down to Cumbria, it will save us stopping on the way. So we'll just nip into Asda and get all the road trip snacks. And we are also going to go to Hobbycraft in Falkirk because I'll show you once I've done this. I'll go into my craft room and show you a couple of things that I've been doing. But one of the things I got, I showed you actually in, I think it was the garden centre vlog. We had nipped to the Fort Retail Park and I went into Hobbycraft and I got a little Christmas wooden plaque thing with Santa flying with his reindeer over the trees. And so I've made 2 different ones, and Liz, who, the mince nearly ended up on the floor. Liz, who, that's the downside of having to sit and do this. Liz, who is my mum's cousin that we met in Witherspoons a few vlogs ago, she saw pictures of them and she wants 3. So I have went on to Hobbycraft and ordered 3 more plus some other things. And rather than paying £4.45 to get it delivered, we're going to go to the one in Falkirk today and pick it up. Again, serendipitous, because we've not got a Hobbycraft near us. I think the Fort is the closest one. So yeah, that is what we are doing, and I'm looking forward to it. Oh, we need to go and get insects for Zana as well while we are at Asda. So hold on a wee second. Brooke, that's 25 too. Brooke will be leaving in about 5-10 minutes. I need to give her warnings. She's ready, but she goes into a wee world of her own and starts doing something and she would completely forget about the time. Right, Willa, do you want a little bit of mince? Yeah. Right. That's that. So now I'm going to add our favourite slow cooker chilli sauce. Oh, here's... Did you hear Willa getting something quite? Sorry. There, you can have a bit of mince too. Does Hugo want a bit of mince? It's a pig's arse pork. Of course he does. Here he comes. Can't give them and not you, can I? There we go. And yes, it's okay to give the dogs raw meat because they wouldn't cook them in the wild if they were stray. So, yeah, favourite slow cooker chilli sauce, the Home Pride. But you used to be able to get it in Morrison's and B&M, but I've not seen it in Morrison's for ages. And with B&M, it's a hit or a miss as to whether they've got it. So anytime we see it, we pick up 2 at a time because we really like it. and it's a liquid rather than a powdery sauce, so it doesn't go that gritty way. It is perfect. Right, so I'm just going to finish off this, and I will come back to you when Brooke is going to school. You can leave early, and if any of the teachers aren't sure, they can talk to Miss Marshall, okay?
If any teachers aren't sure, I'm walking out because I have permission.
That's true. Right. See you later. Have a good day. You don't get this Monday off, do you? You don't get the first bank holiday in May. I think you're off next Monday for the coronation and then the end of May. Okay. Double check, but I don't think you do. Bye. Right, that is Brooke away to school, thankfully. It was a bit tight there, but she's made it, I think. Hopefully she'll have made her bus. Anyway, what I was talking about earlier was, it was one of these that I picked up at Hobbycraft the other day. And since then, I made, that was the first one I made. And that's when Liz saw that, she was like, I want one of them. But she wants it with silver around the edge instead of blue for the sky. And then I also made that one, so it's more the Santander, more like a silhouette, and it's really nice with lights behind it. And with this one, I think I'm going to try putting a gold glitter background as well, so the lights and the silhouette of the sleigh and stuff will cast a shadow on it, and it looks really good. But I need to get more lights. So that's the two, because after I picked up that one, Mum saw it and everybody was like, I want one. So I went online to Hobbycraft and bought 4 more. Yeah, 4 more. When I was on there, I noticed they had loads of other things in the Christmas sale. That was all they'd had in the Hobbycraft we were in, but online they had more. So I got, that was just a plain wooden tree, and I have jazzed that up. I also got, this was just wood, and where I put the colour, it was just a different shade of wood. So I have completely transformed that as well. And it can be like just a hanging decoration, or even like a charcuterie board, is that what you call it, when you put the food on it. That was my first attempt at the Santa tree, which is rubbish, but I'm keeping it. I also bought these little Santas. Now these were 50p each, and it was that colour wood. I've just primed it just now with some gesso, and I have made 2 so far. I have made that one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put names on the white fur bit of his coat, and I think that one is going to be for little baby Isla. So I'll put Isla on there. Oh. And I did this one, which is a bit different, and I'm going to put Rory on there, just so people can see that I can personalise it if they want. I also got, oh, there's a work in progress. I also got this sleigh. It was just a big wooden sleigh, as you can see. I've started on that, but not quite finished it. And I've got a couple of these ceramic baubles, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, so watch this space for that. So yesterday, after I made the video that I put up yesterday, I got my resin out. So later when I come back, I can demold these, and I can't wait because, well, not these two, they have to get another layer. I'm about to make up some resin and give them another layer, but I've got other things that I can demold, and I just love it. That's my favourite part of resin, because I never know how it's going to turn out, especially the ones that there's more than one colour added. You just never know how it's going to turn out, and I love it. So that's what I'm going to get up to just now. I'm going to do some more resin and things, and I will come back to you when we're heading. I think we're leaving about 12. We're taking the dogs because Abby and Adam will be working and Brooke is at school. So we'll be taking the dogs with us. There's a Clyde licking the couch. I don't know why they keep doing that. It must be the material. Clyde. Clyde. Oi. Totally ignoring me. I'll see you in a wee bit. Give it back.
Go get it. Go get the toy.
Oh, he's trying to give it to Willa. Oh, Willa got the ball. Did Willa just take the ball up? Good ball.
Well done, Willa.
She's getting so much better at playing.
See when she took the stick out the fire?
Yeah.
Aww.
You're clever. Hello, just thought I'd jump on to say hello. We're getting ready to go shortly. We'll be going in maybe half an hour, something like that. Jack's way to get the car organised so we can fit everything in. What was I going to say? Yeah, we've decided we were going to go to Aston things on the way to Falkirk, but we've decided we're going to wait and we need to go to the retail park at Falkirk anyway. That's where Hobbycraft is. So we're going to go to Pets at Home at the retail park for Zana's food and just go to Tesco at the retail park for the road trip snacks, which I really don't like using Tesco after what that delivery driver did to me a couple of years ago, but now and again we have to, so I'll let them off. Plus I think they're expensive compared to Asda anyway. But yeah, it's just going to be easier than going into Dumbarton before we go over. We'll just do it all when we get to Falkirk, so that is the plan. I'm having a hungry day. I usually have my coffee about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then I have my porridge about 12, the back of 12. It's now just the back of 11, and I've already had my coffee and my porridge, and I'm still hungry. Do you ever get days like that? I don't know what it is. I'm maybe just bored, but I don't think so. I did pour some more resin this morning, but then the room was stinking the resin, so I thought, get out, Fiona. I do wear a mask, but it's not good for you, so I could tell the levels were a bit high, so I just came through here for a wee while. Anyway, I just thought I would let you know about that change of plan, and I will come back to you probably when we head through to Falkirk. Hello, Willa. Hello, Big Girl. Oh, Clyde. Oh, that dog's unhinged, I'm telling you. Clyde, behave. We ended up coming to Dumbarton after all because when I was chatting to you, Jack remembered how much he hates Tesco as well and how difficult it is to park at the Pets at Home at Falkirk. It's a nightmare. So we thought, we'll just come into Dumbarton. So I've been into Asda, I've got the bits and pieces for my road trip tomorrow. What is it about a road trip that you need to stock up on crisps and sweets and stuff, eh? It's like, I'm never going to be near another shop again. I was good. I did get some roast beef and corned beef to make up rolls, and I got some baby bells. So they're protein, they're healthy, but yeah, the rest of it was rather not. So once Jack's just away and getting his stuff now, and then we're going to go to Pets at Home here, and then I think we're heading to Costco, and then to Hobbycraft, and then to get Granny Annie, and then to pick up the dog crate. It's a wee adventure today. So yeah. That is where we're at. I just thought I would come on and let you know. Oh my God, somebody stop me. I've seen people in America doing Temu hauls, like loads of them recently, and I'm like, oh, that looks like a great shop, but we don't get it here. And now we do. So while I've been waiting for Jack, I've been looking on the Temu app, and it's worse than Shein. Oh my God. Stop me, stop me, stop me. And it's taunting me with free shipping, and everything's like, instead of £5.99 it's 49 pence, and I'm like, oh, I'll have one of that, and one of that. Oh good, Jack stopped me because he's here now. So we just pulled up to get Granny Annie. Jack's away into the centre to get her juice or something that was too heavy for her to carry, but we're bursting for a pee. So I think I'm going to be going in after Jack goes to get the juice, so I can go for a pee. And Jack will take the dogs for them to stretch their legs as well. And we've still got to go and get the stuff from Hobbycraft and the crate. The traffic going to Costco was a nightmare. It took us about 20 minutes to actually get from just outside Costco to the other side because the petrol station was mobbed. The actual car park was mobbed. It was crazy. But we got here anyway. We were hoping to have got here in time to do Hobbycraft before getting Granny Annie, but it's not a problem. Not a problem. Oh, I'm tired now though. Oh, hello, it's 20 to 6. That's us just in. It's been a long day, but it was okay. It was good. We got Granny Annie and went to Hobbycraft, and it wasn't in. When I ordered it, it said next day click and collect free. And when Jack went in for it, she went, no, it's not here yet. It will be Tuesday at the earliest.
what? Which is fine because my mum can get it when she's back over there next week, but it's like, I would have just paid the £4 if I'd known that for the delivery. Not that I need it anxious, like urgently, but and then we went up and picked up the dog crate, which is what the whole point was, to take down to Cumbria tomorrow. I will be vlogging that. So basically we're going down to see Jack's dad. Jack's dad's lived in Cumbria as long as I've known Jack. And we went down a few times, but the house that they were staying in wasn't overly wheelchair friendly. It was an old style house, so I'd not been down for a while. And then they moved house after Christmas, still the same area. I don't know how far away it is from their original house. I'll find out tomorrow. So they've moved and they're just settling in, and John's wanting Jack to have a look at a couple of things and get his advice and stuff. So that's what we're going down for. It'll be really good. We're going to go down and see John and Anne's new house, and we'll get to see Buster and Bailey and Lennon. So Bailey and Lennon are the Irish Wolfhounds and Buster is the St Bernard, and we're going without our dogs. We've got Brooke and Abby and Adam looking after our dogs tomorrow so that Jack can just concentrate. It's too much in the car all the one day for them because it's about 3.5 hours there, and then we'll be spending time there and then coming right back up again. So it's a 7-hour round trip. It's too much for them in the car. So yeah, it's going to be a nice wee day. Anyway, I'll talk more about that tomorrow. We'll be leaving about 6:30 in the morning. So I thought I would just come on. I had been going to show you what I got at Hobbycraft, but obviously I didn't get anything. We've not had our dinner yet. It smells amazing and I'm so glad it's in the slow cooker. But Jack's wanting to hoover the car before we go out tomorrow. So he's going to do that first and then we can sit down and have dinner and relax. But I did come back to a couple of parcels and I'm not even sure what's in them because I've been ordering bits and pieces over the last wee while that I've been needing craft-wise. So I don't know what's here and what isn't. I'm going to open it. This might even be Granny Annie's because it's always me. I always order Granny Annie's stuff under my name, so it comes to me regardless. And I've not got my glasses on because the lens fell out my glasses again. That frame must be rubbish because remember it happened ages ago, and eventually I went into Specsavers because Jack had it tied with a bit of thread and then Specsavers did fix it for me, but it's done it again. So what have we got? What have we got? Craftiopia. Oh, I remember this. This one's from Etsy. So that is their details if you want to check out their shop. It's a mould and oh look, how nice, that gave me a wee sweet. That's nice. Oh, and it says here, please use the following code in the month of May for a 10% discount. That's so nice. And it's very well packaged. Look, it's in some tissue paper which I will recycle. And it says, thank you. And I think I remember what the mould is. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, it's got the wee stamp on it as well. Look. It's a little paw with angel wings. I'm wanting to make some like doggy or cat memorials, pet fur baby memorials. So that'll be good. They can be used as Christmas decorations or just any time. And I can even put some ashes or hair from the fur baby in with it. Yay! See what the other one is. Once I've looked at this, I've got a couple of things to demould that I'll do with you and let you see them. And then that'll be that. Oh, this is another mould. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be actually. This one is from Amazon. And it is a Christmas one. Oh, it's all together. So it says, we wish you a Merry Christmas. And it's got a stand as well. So basically that bit there, the We Wish You a Merry Christmas is attached to one part of the stand, and then you put resin in that part as well, and it basically crisscrosses over so that it stands up. Yay, I can't wait to try that out. Yay, so that one was at Amazon. Now let me demould the things that I need to demould. Get rid of this stuff first. I can't demould the stuff that I just poured this morning, it's too early, but there are other things. ready. So from this mould, the two blue ones, I just put the second layer on this morning. So it will be the one in the middle that I'm demoulding, and it's a holographic mould. I don't know if you can see the holographic. So let's see, and I can't even remember really the colours that I put in it. So let's see. Ooh, it's needing a trim. Oh, look. It's just a sort of pearly white. Wait now, does that help? Nope, that's worse. It's a sort of pearly white, and it has got the holographic on it, but you can't see it in the camera. Honest, it is holographic. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Brooke, there's your insects for Zana. Yay, so another little Christmas tree decoration. Now with this one, the mitten I just poured this morning, but I'm going to take the snowflake out. Again, it's going to need a trim. Sometimes if the resin pours over the edge of the mould, it just needs a bit of a trim, but that's nice. Isn't that a nice blue glittery snowflake? I hope you don't mind me showing you these things as I'm demoulding them. It just makes more sense because I'm not going to be doing a weekly craft video anymore. I just like to show you what I've been making because I know a lot of you like to see it. I've got some buttons here. Now the smaller ones, the lighter blue, they were this morning, and to be fair, they are probably, no, they're not quite ready to demould, but the bigger, the glittery ones can be. I've been loving using the button mould just for any spare resin. Like a nice glittery blue button, and Aunt Mary's given me an order for some buttons that she wants. She's given me snippets of wool so that I can match the colour to it for her. And there's a smaller one, like so. And an even smaller one, yay! Right, so that's not all, there's more, Quite a few more actually. So let's do this bad boy, yay! Remember I did the angel wing for Granny Annie, for Mother's Day. So this is another one. What I'm wanting to do is some sort of Christmassy ones, like memorials for, you know, people that are no longer with them at Christmas, that sort of thing. So I will be able to personalise them, put little sayings and little pictures or names or whatever on them. And I actually poured the first bit of this a good few days ago because I poured the last layer just yesterday. You okay, Mama? Oh. Some of the paint is still actually wet, but look. Ooh, see, I wasn't sure how that would turn out because I put the gold round the edges and then filled it with clear resin, and I quite like the effect that it's got. That's lovely. Yay. But the actual ink down there is still, it wasn't ink, it was pigment. Is still a bit wet, so that will need to dry off. I like that, so I'll do wee finishing touches to that. Yeah, you can see in the mould where the gold pigment is, but that will clean. I have got this star. Now I think there's two different colours in this snowflake, not star, Fiona. I think there's two different colours. Let's see. Oh, you can't really see the first colour. There definitely was. So in the centre it wasn't glitter, it was just a pale mica powder, and then I did the glitter, but the glitter's definitely overtaking it. But it's quite nice to see the camera's not really picking it up, but there's a definite difference in the bit in the middle. It's lighter. I'll show you what I did with one of my other snowflakes actually. There's a few things I'm not showing you. So this was another one of the snowflakes, the same mould as that one, but what I did, it was just plain, and then one of the little snowflakes I made out of this mould I put in the centre just so it adds an extra dimension to it, and I thought that was quite nice. And other things that I've made that you've not seen, the little Santa keys. So there's one, and it says Santa's Magic Key, and it's got Santa on it, and I'm going to put a ribbon with a little tag on explaining why the key's there for Santa, for no chimney. And there's the other one that just says Santa. Yay! Right, so I've got this bauble to demould now. If this has worked, I did make, you know how I like making the shrinky dinks? I made a couple of shrinky dinks from the Christmas shrink art kit that I got from the range in the sale, and a couple of them I decided to put in a bauble to see what it's like. Look, so it says Merry Christmas and it's got a little Santa, so they're shrinky dinks. I made them and I put them inside the bauble. I like that. You can't really see the Merry Christmas very clearly, but in general I like the idea and I'll be doing more with that. And I've been using tattoos as well, you know, the wee kiddies temporary tattoos that you get. So I've got a wee elf head there, that's going to go on one of my bookmarks. I just love playing. I love trying different things out. And finally I will demould these wee snowflakes. I just love that wee mould. Again, like the buttons, it's perfect for any spare resin that you've got. Nice wee sparkly one. And I'm loving blue Christmas things just now, can you tell? Oh, look. Look. See, and again, something like that on that snowflake. And finally, this one definitely needs a trim. Yay! So that's all the things I had to demould. There we go. So, I've had quite a good wee day. We're going to go, once Jack's hoovered the car, we're going to have our chilli that I prepared this morning, thankfully, because I could not be bothered cooking just now. And then we are going to put our feet up, watch some more telly and have an early night ready to get up and go about 6:30 tomorrow morning. So hopefully you will tune in for that vlog, which will be either the day after this one or a couple of days after, now that I'm being gentle with myself and not sticking to a schedule. This one will be up on Monday. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Hello, big boy. Hello, big Hugo. Hugo got to meet Hiro again today, one of the gorgeous doggies. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If so, please hit the thumbs up button, talk to me in the comments below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in our next one, which is our trip to Cumbria. See you later, everyone. Bye.